Is there a history of this dog being aggressive, or?
No, that's what we didn't understand. Is everything was fine. We haven't had really problems with it.
That's video of Blake Bates, never seen before by the public until now, as he's questioned about the dog Kilo that killed his baby boy. Plus,
hey, come out now! Show me your hand!
I'll tell you why Blake Bates was hiding in that garage, and I'll take you to his sentencing for the death of his son and a number of other charges.
The goal today was to achieve some measure of justice for baby Royal, and I think that we did that with the sentence that his father received.
If you think the stories that I cover here on Crime Fix are scary, wait until you hear what's happening with your personal data online. Your name, your phone number, even your address, it's all floating around out there on the internet for data brokers to sell or for scammers to steal. Our sponsor, Incogni, will find which data brokers have your info and demand that they remove it. When I signed up, they found more than 50 brokers with my data, and within days, it started disappearing. Setup takes just minutes. Create an account, authorize Incogni to act for you, and they do the rest. And with their new unlimited plans custom removals feature, you can submit custom links where your data shows up, and a team of privacy experts will remove it for you. So if you care about your online safety, and you should, take your data back with Incogni. Use code CRIMEFIX for an extra 60% off an annual plan. Blake Bates is going to prison for the death of his 6-month-old baby and for strangling Royal's mother. I've covered this case for you many times here on Crime Fix. Baby Royal was killed by the family's pit bull mix Kilo on April 28th, 2024. It's an absolutely tragic case. Royal was a cute little baby laying on the couch of his parents' home in Marion, Ohio, when he rolled off the couch and Kilo pounced. Prosecutors said the only person in the room at the time with Royal was his older sister, who was only 7. The scene that unfolded was absolute chaos as police and EMTs raced to the home, hoping to save baby Royal.
Close up.
Take them inside.
I know. Where's my son? Stay here with Blakey. I'm calling your dad right now. Okay? Can I come in, please?
You want the mom in here? I'm sorry.
I just want to. Do you have a car? I can take you out there.
Oh, yeah.
I can take you if you don't have a car.
Here, there.
Well, I don't understand. Okay. I'll take care of it.
I know you are. This is the first time he's done it. Like, this is not, but he's got to go.
Well, obviously.
This is, better make it.
Are you guys mom and dad?
Yes.
Okay. Is it just you guys here?
It was
Where?
over there.
He's okay?
Yes.
Marion police officers stood by trying to get information about what happened. Some of them seemed a little stunned by the fact that a dog had ripped open a baby's skull.
Are you guys going to go out to the hospital?
Yes. Yes.
How are you getting there?
I will drive, but I kind of.
Right.
I want to get to my.
Right.
All I did was food, and then he thought it was a toy or something, and our dog just.
What kind of dog is it?
This is a Great Dane and Pit and something else mixed.
Baby.
Blake Bates, he was upset. Alyssa Smith, despite what was going on, seemed relatively calm.
What else do you need to do? Anything here?
The dog's put up and as good as he can be, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many dogs do you guys have?
4, because they ended up having a litter, and we just sold 9 of the 12, and we're still trying to get rid of the other 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the one grown dog though?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What was that dog's name?
Kilo.
Now, once the pair arrived at the hospital, they were notified that Royal didn't make it. Nothing could be done.
I had him on the couch, and he just rolled off the couch, and I told my daughter to hurry up and grab him. So I was trying to, because I thought I had the dresser pulled. And when I went to step, he got around me. And when I yelled, he thought something was, I guess, I don't know. And I went to take him, and he just grabbed him.
Okay. So I'm not gonna make you fill out a bunch of information. I just need one of you guys to sign the dog over, and I'm taking it. You guys,
That's your dog.
I'm sure you don't want it back. Ashes or anything like
I know
that.
it's my dog. I already know you're interviewing. You're gonna start hating me now because this is my dog. And
I just
I
didn't
already
want to
see
sign
it.
it because it's
I get it.
How many dogs are in the home?
There's 4, but we're trying to find the puppies' homes.
So there's 2 puppies and 2 adult dogs.
There's 3 puppies, and it's their puppies.
Yeah.
So I have my female that I've had for 5 years. She's my emotional support dog. And then we got together, and then they ended up having 9 puppies, and we got rid of all of them but 3.
So far.
So you have 5
Yes.
in the house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're female.
Yeah. Don't know how I would feel that.
Right.
But
The male is the one that
yes.
did it. Okay.
Yes. The other ones were trying to actually help
Where's the
me.
dog at? Do you know?
He's in the backyard in his little fenced area we have for him now.
Okay.
Yeah, but the 4 were trying to help me and trying to attack him, but it was just chaos.
Have you guys talked to Heaven yet?
I just tried to call. I'm trying to get me right first because she deserves a face-to-face. And Children's Services already contacted me too.
I'm just
They're okay.
mind blown right now.
We did everything we...
No, bro. I seen he's getting angry and mean like that. I should have got rid of him earlier. Now I feel like I don't even... What's today's date? The 28th?
Don't worry about it, dude. I'll do all that. I just need you to sign. I just need you to sign. Yep, you did it. That's all I need. What's the dog's name?
Kilo.
For nearly a year, police and prosecutors investigated. They spoke with family members of Bates and Smith. The couple was charged with involuntary manslaughter and child endangering in connection to Royal's death. Alyssa Smith folded first and pleaded guilty to child endangering and agreed to testify against Blake Bates at his trial. She was sentenced to 3 years in prison earlier this month. Then Blake Bates decided to plead guilty, but he faced more charges than just the charges related to Royal's death. More on that in a moment. But first, Assistant Prosecutor Mark Weaver talked about how Blake Bates knew Kilo was aggressive and allowed him around Royal and other children anyway.
One of the questions, of course, is whether the defendant knew that this dog had a history of being aggressive, because if he did, that makes the culpability much more serious. What you're seeing now is body cam footage from a jail interview with one of the investigators in this case with the defendant, who, just because of the angle of the sitting, you can see the left hand side of the defendant, but it's clearly the defendant. And the question that's being asked is whether or not there was a history of this dog. It was called Kilo, a people mix. Whether there's a history of this dog being aggressive, and I'll make sure we can hear the volume, but this is what the defendant said.
All right. Okay. Was there a history of this dog being aggressive, or?
No, that's what we didn't understand. Everything was fine. We haven't had really problems with it.
Was the dog aggressive? No. I haven't had problems with it. We didn't understand. That's the story that the defendant gave to this investigator. Then the investigator asked a question about whether his grandmother had said, did your grandmother tell you there was a problem with this dog and around children? The investigator had reason to believe that had happened, but the question was put directly to the defendant, and you'll see his answer.
How about is Audrey, that's your grandma?
Grandmother.
Okay. I talked to her, and she said that she's
prior to this incident, she'd been begging you guys to get rid of the dog for a long time because it was aggressive, and
She just don't like the dog because it barks when people come at the door. And
she said that there'd been several incidents prior to where it had tried to bite you, or I think the word she used was snipped at you.
Snipped at me?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You don't remember anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No. She's kind of over dramatic with the dog. She's never liked dogs.
She's just not a dog person.
Yeah, she's not a dog person.
Okay.
That measured answer from Blake Bates about his grandmother being dramatic about Kilo's aggressive behavior stood in stark contrast to what he said in the moments after Kilo attacked Royal in 2024 when he openly admitted that the dog had been a problem.
The couch in his spine, I want to pick him up.
Yes.
It is not your fault.
He's on his knees crying, screaming out, "It's my fault." That's not the only thing, Judge.
It is not. Look, listen to me. Listen.
It's hard to understand. I played it several times. I believe the transcript is accurate. We should have gotten rid of him a long time ago. This, of course, suggests that he's acknowledging in an excited utterance, which, as you know, Judge, is more credible than other things said when you've had time to prepare what you're going to say to investigators. He's saying something that he should have gotten rid of a long time ago.
Now, if the charges Blake Bates faced involving Royal's death were not bad enough, a defenseless baby killed by an aggressive dog, there's more. Blake Bates apparently has a violent streak. Last January, Bates strangled Alyssa Smith. This photo was taken of her neck. An officer spoke with Smith outside of the couple's home, where Royal had been killed months earlier.
So I left. I shouldn't have to leave my home, but I did to try to solve all this. I come home today, he wouldn't leave me alone. He kept going and going and going. They took my phone. I did go after him. I said, you know what, that's my phone. You know, I use it for work, like I need my phone. He swears up and down I was cheating on him, blah, blah, blah. He has insecurities, whatever. My grandma calls me, I answer it. I tell him, just go. Before it gets worse, just freaking leave. So I was on the phone with my grandma. He ended up choking me up. He ended up throwing me on the freaking clothes in there.
Can you look up for me?
I don't know if there's anything, but he did. It was just for a quick second. Then he freaking slammed me on the ground and everything else. My grandma basically hung up with me and called you guys.
Okay. You said he was choking you up. Did it restrict your airway and anything?
Yes.
It did? Like it changed the pattern of your breathing?
Yes, and this isn't the first time. This is just the first time that I'm fed up with it and I'm done.
Okay. All right. And then who is he to you?
He is, actually, we did have a son together and our son passed away 9 months ago from a dog attack.
Strangulation, it's very serious. It's considered a predictor of murder and domestic violence homicides. That day, police found Blake Bates hiding in a garage.
Hey, come out now! Show me your hands!
Okay.
Show me your hands!
Okay.
Come out! Come out now!
I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Keep your hands up or you will get tased. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Come out with your hands up. You are under arrest.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Do not reach for anything.
I'm not.
Get up slowly.
I'm trying.
Get up slowly. Get up slowly.
I see.
Put your hands up. Hands on your head.
Sorry.
Hands on your head. On your head.
On my head.
Step over towards me.
Okay.
On your head. All right, hands behind your back. Pull it together. Give me that light.
Sorry. So, I have a warrant, but I was charged with what? Sorry, I shouldn't be talking. Sorry.
Come on, we have a 21. Did you not hear our commands?
Huh? No, I'm just freaking out, dude. I'm just feeling.
What are you freaking out about?
Yeah, me and my girl got in a fight.
The video is so unbelievable. The police got Blake Bates out of that cluttered garage, and I still can't believe he was hiding in there. They took him to the jail. But it doesn't seem like he liked it very much there, because guess what? He tried to escape.
The defendant is in custody and he's being arraigned or some sort of judicial proceeding for this matter over in the city building, which, as Your Honor knows, that there's a municipal court. I'm now putting on the screen the footage from the security cameras where he and a couple other prisoners are coming down the steps from the municipal court. You're going to see them come down here in a moment in the top right. The first prisoner is the defendant, and he's ahead of the other defendants, and he's ahead of the deputy or the officer who's responsible for watching him and moving them back to where they're being held. You may be familiar with the layout, Judge. We're now moving down to the ground floor of the police station. There's a back door there. The first person out the back door, right there is the defendant. That's the center one. And then on the right-hand side, Judge, is the shot of the parking lot just outside the back door of that building. I'm going to zoom in now in this next frame. Here goes the defendant. Off he goes. Running, escaping from custody. This is not a hearing about whether it's a smart thing to run in an orange jumpsuit while shackled at your waist off into the snowy parts of the city of Marion. But all of the officers there were put on immediate alert to go search for him. He's now out amongst the population of the city of Marion. Obviously desperate, obviously not making rational decisions. No idea what he's going to do to the people he may encounter.
It was just 4 days after Blake Bates' arrest on that strangulation charge. It was January 24th, and Blake and some other inmates were being taken to court. They were walking down the steps to court, and Blake walked down the steps and right out of the courthouse doors. You can see Blake Bates run past a surveillance camera in handcuffs, a jacket over his shoulders. He wasn't on the run all that long, though. The cops caught up with him pretty quickly.
I got him here. I got him. Get on the ground. Get on the ground! Get on your stomach. I got him on Noonan. I got him. Stay right there.
377 300. Everybody need to ride back.
I just gotta use force to point my gun at him.
My location, just use force.
A few months later came the charges for Royal's horrific death. Kilo the dog had been euthanized after being captured the day he killed Royal.
Kilo. You go in this garage. Come here. Kilo, come here. Come here. Kilo, come here. Come here. Kilo. Come on. There we go.
Mark Weaver also showed jail emails that showed Blake Bates and Alyssa Smith were communicating when they weren't supposed to be doing so, while both were facing charges in Royal's death.
What's up with these?
It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie about nothing.
So, you're confirming these are messages between you and Alyssa Smith, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were using Zachary Schaffner's email to contact Alyssa, correct? Okay. And then you used Matthew Henderson. You used him to create a three-way call with you and Alyssa, correct?
That's with Jessica.
With who?
Jessica.
What do you mean?
I've been talking to a girl named Jessica with Matt.
Okay. Have you used him to speak with Alyssa over the phone?
That was a long time ago.
A long time ago? Not last night or early this morning? You sure?
Yeah, I did.
You did? So this was you and Alyssa?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So obviously, you know, there's a protection order between the two of you, right? Looks like you were served back in January on the protection order. Okay. You do have one prior protection order violation, which makes this one a felony.
Right.
Okay. So obviously you're going to be charged
do you
for
know
that.
what degree felony it is? It's like F5 or...
Royal's aunt, Aubrey Smith, she spoke and she said that Royal would have just celebrated his second birthday had Blake and Alyssa simply just gotten rid of Kilo.
Everyone keeps saying it was a tragic accident, but it was far from that. Yes, it was an extremely tragic event, but it was not an accident. It was an incident. It cannot be considered an accident when Blake and Alyssa both knew how dangerous Kilo was, and yet still chose to keep him in the house and around the two innocent and defenseless children in the home. Blake and Alyssa both knew that Kilo was aggressive, or whatever term you want to use, but yet still chose to keep him in the home and around the children. They both had more than enough warnings to get rid of the dog, but yet still chose to keep him, and sadly, my sweet boy lost his life due to that. Royal tragically lost his life, and his big sister had to watch the incident take place because of Alyssa and Blake's negligence. Multiple people, including myself, Blake's grandmother, and Blake's mother, offered to help get rid of Kilo, but yet they still chose to keep him. We all told them that it was not safe to have Royal around such a dangerous dog, but yet they chose not to listen, and now my sweet boy is gone forever because they chose to keep a dog over protecting the children in the home. Blake may have shown a little more emotion and remorse than Alyssa, but I still do not think he was truly mourning the loss of his son. After Royal passed away, Blake continued to be reckless and continue on with his life as if nothing had ever happened. Him and Alyssa went about their lives as if their son had not just died. I'm not saying that he didn't mourn his son, but I do feel that he has shown no remorse for the incident that took place.
Then it was time for Blake Bates's lawyer to read a statement that he had written because he was too emotional to read it himself.
It was just another normal day, and I was doing stuff around the house, and I went down to the basement to look for some things that were still boxed up. We had just moved into the new house and had only been there a month, maybe a little longer. And I had just left the living room with my son and his mother and my stepdaughter all there together. I told his mother I was going down to the basement and that I would be back up when I found what I was looking for. I was down there for 15 minutes max, and all of a sudden there was screaming upstairs, and I ran up there as fast as I could and found his mom trying to tug him from the dog, so I grabbed the dog's mouth and pried it open. Then she takes the baby out front, and I lock the dog out back and call 911. I still don't know what really happened to cause this to happen. His mother has told 3 different stories as to what went down. Still, I blame myself for owning the dog, and I still take responsibility for this happening. I'm his father, and it's my job to keep something like this from happening. With that being said, his mother was there, and it all happened, and I was not, and that's where I messed up. It has haunted me every day since, and I will for the rest of my life. It eats at me, knowing that I'll never see my baby boy walk, talk, or grow up and experience anything life had to offer.
And Bates's other lawyer argued on his behalf.
Your Honor, I think first and foremost is the fact that my client lost his son. And I think that plays very much into what the state wants to talk about as far as statements made about this dog. I think that any parent, when faced with the situation that Mr. Bates faced that day, the loss of a son, he as a parent acknowledged, I'm a parent. I take responsibility for it. I don't think it's responsibility to say that I had a vicious dog, but that I had the responsibility to protect my child. I think it's also critical in the court sentencing of my client that the facts of that day are very clear, and that is my client was with the mother of this child, and the child, he then left the child in the company and in the protection of mother to go downstairs. They had recently moved into this residence. He was downstairs cleaning out boxes. When he left, the child was with mother as a form of protection. My understanding is the mother has given 3 different versions of what took place during this actual confrontation between the child and the dog. Whether mother was even present, this is not something that my client had any control over in the incident involved.
And the lawyer offered an explanation for the dog's name, Kilo.
I think also the state, in their sentencing memorandum, wants to make the allegation that the dog's name, Kilo, implies some sort of drug usage by my client. It's interesting, when I just Googled the name Kilo, it came up as an African name used to talk about a first in chief. It also went on, Google went on to say that Kilo is now a popular name for dogs, as it implies strong, dependable, protector, and legal. It also references Kilo Ren, which is a Star Wars character. So I think that that's an attempt by the state to muddy the waters that has no real effect on the sentencing of this case.
In the end, the judge sentenced Blake Bates to a total of 62 months in prison, 8 months for the strangulation charge, 18 months for the escape, and 36 months for the death of baby Royal, the son he was supposed to protect. He will receive credit for the time he's already served, which is more than 130 days. And just so you know, Alyssa Smith spoke at the sentencing but asked not to be shown on camera, invoking her right as a victim under Marcy's Law. The prosecutor, Ray Grogan, talked about Blake Bates' sentence.
As a parent, as a dog owner myself, I am responsible for making sure that my children are safe. I am responsible for making sure that nothing bad happens to my children. And Mr. Bates and Ms. Smith failed. They failed miserably in that regard. And as a result of that, this poor innocent baby was mauled to death by this dog. And so I hope that the message that this sends is that you have to take care to make sure that your children are safe. And if you have an animal that is in any way aggressive, you have to take appropriate action. And if you don't, there will be dire consequences.
So Blake Bates, he will serve a little more than 5 years for all of the cases, and Alyssa Smith will serve 3 years. Baby Royal, as I mentioned, would have celebrated his 2nd birthday last week. Sadly, his life was cut short for no reason at all other than negligence and recklessness. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.